I spent a ridiculous amount of hours studying all of these prop firms, the ins and the outs, the goods and the bads, and rank them by tier list so you don't have to. Now, if you're unfamiliar, we have A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and S tier, which is the super tier. And the reason you should listen to me on this tier list is because we have a community of over 750 funded prop firm traders, so we have real data and real world experience using these prop firms. Oh, and by the way, unlike a lot of other YouTubers reviewing prop firms, I have actually not been paid $1 and I don't have an affiliate link to show you. So this is going to be my unbiased, honest opinion on these prop firms. Okay, so first is the 5%ers. This is an A tier. This is a prop firm that's been in the game for as long as almost anybody besides FTMO since 2016. They have 8% profit target with 10% max loss overall and 5% max daily loss. Their cost is only $495, which is in the ballpark and fairly competitive. I would say one of the biggest drawbacks about the 5%ers is that you can only do one 100K challenge at a time, unlike many other prop firms where you can take multiple challenges at the same time. But the 5%ers have been around for a long time. They have no funny business. They do honest business. And their Trustpilot reviews have 4.8 stars overall with over 3,200 ratings and only 2% of those ratings being a 1-star. So for those reasons, the 5%ers makes it into the A tier. Coming up next is the Funded Trader Program, and this is a D tier prop firm. This prop firm has had a boatload of issues. As you know, they were shut down for over a month. They've had a tremendous amount of payout denials. They have been on the record for having crazy slippage. Some of their leadership is quite arrogant, and they just, for the most part, have not done honest, ethical business. It seems like it's more of a marketing company and a white label than a real prop firm that's doing serious business. Now, with that being said, their challenges are generally fairly easy to pass: 8% profit target, 5% daily loss, 10% max loss overall. And their fees are fairly competitive at $489. A lot of times they have crazy discount promos going on, which may directly affect the profitability of this company and be one of the reasons why they had so many issues paying out people. From what I know is they just paid a bunch of big YouTube influencers and paid them out a whole bunch of money and paid them to promote their prop firm, and they got really, really big, but I don't really see them coming back, even though they have opened their doors again. I think their reputation is fairly damaged at this point. Now, at one point, they were one of the biggest prop firms, if not the biggest prop firm. They have over 19,000 reviews, but only 3.7 stars, with 16% of them being a 1-star review. The next prop firm is a new prop firm that's on the board from the UK, and this is Effexify. This is a prop firm that I actually really like right now. They're one of the only prop firms that's still allowing US traders to trade with the MetaTrader 5 platform, which is really nice. I don't know if that's gonna be forever, but for now, it is the case. 10% profit target, 5% daily drawdown, and 10% max drawdown. They do also offer static drawdown, which is really, really nice. And one of the things that I think really separates Effexify at this point is the fact that they have instant payouts on the very first payout that you make. I myself have received payouts as well as a lot of other people in our community. It's really nice. You can trade one day on your funded account, you make profits, and boom, you can get the withdrawal literally the same day. Their 100K challenge is fairly affordable at $475, and a lot of the times they'll have 15 to 20% off, so you can get this challenge for around $400. Now, the only drawback is that this prop firm is fairly new, and for that reason, I have to put them in the B tier, even though I do like them, especially if you're a US trader wanting to trade with MetaTrader 5 right now. Effexify has a 4.5-star rating on Trustpilot, with 8% of them being 1-star reviews. Now, the next prop firm on the list is MyFundedFX, which I'm gonna have to put in the C tier. And I know some of you guys may beat me up on this one. And by the way, if you don't agree, if you think I've missed the mark, let me know in the comments below. I'd like to start a forum here so people can talk about their experience with these different prop firms as well. So please do let me know. But MyFundedFX, their 100K challenge is going to cost you around $500. And the reason I put them at the C tier is because we have had people in our community that have been denied payout denials, which seem like for really weird kind of tick-tacky rules, and the fact that they've only been in business since June 2022. Another reason that I rate them at the C tier is their profit to drawdown ratios aren't amazing. You have to do an 8% profit target with 8% max loss overall, 5% on phase 2, and 5% daily loss. So the profit to drawdown ratio isn't amazing. And their Trustpilot reviews are okay, 4 stars, with 13% of those reviews being 1-star reviews. Okay, so next is FTMO, and this is the big old faithful in the industry, the biggest prop firm that's been around the longest. They just do good business. So if you're looking for reliable, if you're looking for no funny business, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more, but FTMO ranks in this S tier. They're kind of a league above everybody else in terms of prop firms, especially CFD prop firms. Their rules are not incredibly good. Their profit to drawdown ratio also isn't incredibly impressive, but I put them in this S tier because they are always kind of the first mover. They were the first to stop offering MT5. They've been in business the longest. They're probably a very, very profitable company. They have no problem paying out traders that are due payouts. 10% profit target, 5% max daily loss, 10% max loss overall. Again, you are going to pay for what you get here, 540 euros. This does make them one of the most expensive prop firms that are on the market, but they're able to charge that because, again, you're getting no funny business. You're getting a prop firm that's going to be reliable, that's going to have good trading conditions, and that are just going to play fair. Also, FTMO has been in business since 2015, and they have over 11,000 reviews on Trustpilot, 4.8 stars, with only 3% of them being 1-star reviews. Okay, next is Funded Next, and this is a prop firm that's based in Dubai that is actually really, really big. They seem to have quite the professional setup going on. They're even sponsoring big-time athletes. Reportedly, they've funded over 97,000 traders and have paid out over $95 million in payouts, which kind of puts them up at this top tier. I'm going to go ahead and put them in the B tier. One of the things that I do like about Funded Next is they do a 15% profit share from the challenge once you actually get funded and get a payout, which is pretty cool. However, they are not open to US traders. You can see their 100K challenge costs $519. Relatively good profit to drawdown ratio, 8% profit target, 5% max daily loss, 10% max loss overall, which we see amongst a lot of the competitive prop firms. And one of the only other reasons why I would put this in the B tier is they're just fairly new, only being in business since March of 2022, but they seem to be one of the prop firms that's really blowing up and doing a good job. On Trustpilot, they have 4.6 stars overall, with 6% of those being 1-star reviews. So again, I think B is fair. Well, yeah, by the way, if you'd like to pass a prop firm challenge, you get funded $100,000 or more worth of trading capital without ever having to place a single manual trade, then go on over to www.propfarming.com. Over the past 4 years, we've dumped over $2 million into developing what we believe is the best AI trading system on the market, specifically for passing prop firm challenges. And now we've helped over 750 people become funded traders because of it. And we're so confident that we can help you become a funded trader that if you don't pay us a penny, and we'll actually pay you $1,000 out of our own pocket for wasting your time. So go on over to www.propfarming.com to see the full demo. Okay, so next on the list is fundingtraders.com, and I'm gonna also put them in the B tier. Their owner is a pretty outspoken guy, pretty brash guy on YouTube, but he does have a background in professional investing and hedge funds, so he seems to be running a pretty well-run ship, and this seems to be a prop firm that is actually growing and still allowing US traders. Now, their profit to drawdown ratio isn't anything mind-blowing, 10% profit target with 5% daily and 10% max drawdown. They are a little bit more expensive than the competitors at $550 for the 100K challenge. A couple things that I don't really love about the funding traders is they have this max 2% loss per trade, which a lot of the other prop firms don't have this, but you can't lose more than 2% on a single trade or else they'll breach your account, which isn't ideal, but it probably does mean that their business is going to be around for a long time because the fact that their rules are a little bit more strict. Now, also, they've only been in business since April of 2023, so not that long. So for those reasons, I have to put them in the B tier. They have 4.5 stars overall on Trustpilot, with 9% of them being 1-star reviews. Okay, so next is MyFlash Funding, and this one is going to go in the C tier. I would have put them in the B tier, but recently I've been hearing them having issues paying people out out and some payout denial issues. So originally would have been B tier, but I think they're in the C tier for me at this point, just because of some of the latest news that I've heard. Now, the reason they may be having payout issues is because of the profitability of their company. The 100K challenge is only $497, and you can see they're offering 25% off. So this is really, really cheap. No minimum trading days, unlimited time period, which is kind of standard. But one of the things that is different about them is they only have a 6% profit target on phase 1, 6% profit target also in phase 2, which makes it a little bit more difficult, 4% daily drawdown and 8% max loss overall. So the way they've differentiated themselves is this 6% profit target in phase 1, which does make it a little bit easier to pass phase 1. Now also, I put them in the C tier because they've only been in business since August of 2023. The reviews look pretty good online, 4.6 stars overall, with 5% of them being 1-star reviews. Next, Blue Guardian, I also put them in the C tier, and the reason I put them in the C tier is because I believe they're in partnership with MyFlush Funding. I don't know the exact ownership, but I think there's some sort of partnership between these two. I think the one owner has ownership in both of these. I would consider putting them in the B tier. Maybe I give them a C plus or B minus, but just because what I've heard with MyFlash Funding having payout issues and knowing their affiliation, I had to dock them a little bit. This is kind of a medium-sized prop firm in terms of the ones that we're talking about, $7.7 million that have been paid out. You can see here also they have an 8% profit target, 8% max loss, 4% max daily loss, so not an incredible profit to drawdown ratio. Their fee obviously pretty competitive at $497. And again, I don't want to completely badmouth. Again, I'd probably rate these guys a B minus, C plus if I had to. We do have a bunch of members inside of our community that have been paid out with them. They got 4.5 stars on Trustpilot, with 7% of them being 1-star reviews. But yeah, hey, and by the way, if you're liking this video and this is helpful for you, like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications, and let me know if I'm missing the mark on any in the comments down below. Okay, Rocket 21 challenge, not really a whole lot to say about this. This is kind of a joke prop firm. I'm going to give them a D. Tons of payout denials. Only been in business since 2022. Their challenges are $549. Nothing really special about this prop firm. I've heard tons of issues, and I believe they're in bed with the funded trader program somehow. I think there's co-ownership or some sort of cross-affiliation here. So it seems like they're kind of being ran similarly. And you can see their Trustpilot reviews are pretty bad. 3.8 stars, 18% of them being 1 stars. Yikes. This is a D tier. Okay, next is a prop firm that's becoming very popular called Alpha Capital out of the UK. This is going to go into the A tier. One of the cool things about Alpha Capital is they do own their own broker and they do own their own tech, which is definitely a good sign. And they're boasting fairly high payouts, kind of in the realm of these Funded Next and FTMO type of levels. 8% profit target. You have a 10% max drawdown, 5% daily drawdown. Price at $497, competitive. And one of the cool things that I do like about them is $2 million is their max capital allocation, which is as much as any prop firm that I've seen. This just seems to be a well-run, reliable firm, a professional firm. They also offer $0 commissions on all of their accounts, which is pretty cool. And they've been in business since November of 2021, which is longer than a lot of the prop firms that we've been talking about. On Trustpilot, they have 4.5 stars overall, with 9% of them being 1-star reviews. Okay, so next is Crypto Fund Trader, and I'm going to rank this in the C tier. They are doing some things different. One of the things that's actually cool and unique about them is the fact that all of their stuff is on the blockchain. So it's public. You can see their reserves. So you can see the emergency funds that they have here. You can also see the total user payouts. You can see the payouts by account size and how much profit and their percentage gain. All of this is public knowledge, which I think is actually really cool. Now, also, this platform has a lot of different cryptocurrencies to trade, so they're kind of taking that crypto hole in the market. So if you're really passionate about trading cryptos, then maybe this is a prop firm that would be for you. 8% profit target, 5% max daily loss, 10% max loss overall. A little bit more expensive than a lot of the prop firms at $570 here. The Trustpilot reviews, 4.1 stars overall, so kind of so-so, with 14% of them being 1-star reviews. Okay, so now the final 3 here, and let's do this. Funding Pips, I'm going to put this at an A tier. This is a prop firm that's done good business. They own their own tech. They're based out of Dubai. I haven't really heard any issues with payout denials. They do have probably the cheapest 100K challenge that I've seen at only $399. Competitive profit to drawdown ratios, 8% profit target, 5% daily loss, 10% max loss overall. Unlimited trading period, 0 minimum trading days. And they've done tons and tons of payouts. This is also a prop firm that shows all of their payouts actually on the blockchain, which is pretty cool. It's just a prop firm that seems to be doing a really good job. They've become really, really big. They're probably in the top 3 to 5 of biggest prop firms right now. 4.6 stars on Trustpilot, 6% of them being 1-star reviews. Okay, so next, City Traders Imperium, or CTI. I gotta put them in the D tier. They have been in the game for a while. They traditionally had kind of a more unique style prop firm, kind of an old school style prop firm, but they've recently updated to kind of match what's in the market right now. Nothing super impressive about them. They're a little bit more expensive at $519, 5% max daily drawdown, 10% max loss overall, 10% profit target. A couple of things that I don't really love about them. Yes, they are based in the UK, which is good, but they're pretty small and they're really, really strict on who they actually allow to become traders. If you want to trade with an EA, they're going to ask you for the source code, which is crazy. Also, if you want to become a trader there, then they're actually going to do an interview with you, which is really annoying. So just moving from phase 1 to phase 2 to funded is quite a lengthy process. There's a lot of other steps that you have to go through in order to actually become a trader. So for these reasons, I don't love them. They have been in the game for a while. It is very, very strict. So I imagine they'll continue to be in business, but if they operate the way that they're operating right now, I think that they're just going to continue to be small. Trustpilot reviews do look pretty good. 4.6 stars, 2% 1-star reviews overall. But for the reasons mentioned, I put them in the D tier. Okay, next is E8 Markets, and I'm actually going to put them at the A tier. I think I'd give them A-, maybe B+. They're a prop firm that's been in the game since June of 2018, so this is like a century in the prop firm world. They're a prop firm that's been reliable. We have a lot of people inside of our community that have successfully gotten payouts for them. They are a little bit more expensive, but one of the cool things that they're doing that makes them a little bit more unique is the fact that you can customize your challenge. So let's say, for example, you want to have like 10% drawdown, then you can do that and you're going to pay a little bit more. Or if you want to go for 6% drawdown, you can pull this slider down a little bit like this. If you want less profit share, you just want 70%, then the challenge becomes a little bit less expensive. So it is flexible, and I think that's one of the reasons that makes them different and cool. And also, they're just reliable. They've been in the game for a while now, and we haven't had really any funny business with them. And their Trustpilot reviews are pretty solid at 4.7 stars overall, only 4% being 1-star reviews. This has been my tier list for the best and worst prop firms right now. Let me know if I missed the mark in the comments below, or if there's any prop firms that I should have been added. Let me know also in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next video.